Brava.
Okay. And we're live.
And we are live.
Guess what time it is, everybody?
It is time for Tacoma Rendezvous, baby. Yeah. Anyway, we are going Alpaca Crazy with our special guest today, Tina Gilstrap. And before we get into all the basics that we're about to get into, first off, I would like to introduce my lovely co pilot, Miss Cassie, lit all the time, having a good old time, wonderfulness. And me,
Ms. Amber, Ms. Crazy Sexy Amber Meister.
Yeah, that's her.
this sounds about right. And our special guest, Tina Gilstrap. And she is going to be telling us about her experience and journey into the alpaca farm and YouTube yoga stream that she's doing right now. So don't forget to subscribe and like to our channel. And happy fucking rest of this May because we're about to be into June, which is my birthday month. What on the what?
Indeed.
Okay, so for our first segment, it is called Tacoma 6 Degrees. And it's how we know each other, which is kind of crazy because guess what? Um, Cass and I know each other very well. Tina and I know each other very well. Yeah. The crazy part is that before we even started recording, we were talking and making sure that our vibes matched and everything. And Cassie mentioned that she had a friend that had a recording studio down in Centralia where she has her alpaca farm. And next thing you know, she was like, "Well, that might be my neighbor."
Yep, pretty sure
So
this might be my
6
neighbor.
degrees of Tacoma, baby. We in Lakewood talking about Tacoma, and people know each other in Centralia. Small world,
Yep,
right?
what?
That's Washington.
Yep.
That's Washington. So, I think that's cool though that but another way that we know you is through the Cottonwood Cut-Ups.
Yep.
Joel Hill and Jesse Hill,
Mm-hmm.
your boys.
Those are my babies.
Yes. And longtime friends. Um I can't even I'll call you guys friends. You're like family. Like
True. Yeah.
for real,
It's been
for
a
real.
long time.
And I've enjoyed your son's music so many times throughout the years, too, just like at different venues. I
For real.
absolutely love them. So,
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Another 6
Serious.
degrees,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Cereal.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Um, so the next segment we are going to get into is our shout outs. And this shout out this week is shout out to Champagne Sunday. They're about to put out their album release. And I'm going to be real. I feel like this is going to be the one of their best albums. So shout out to Champagne Sunday.
Yes.
Album release party May 31st. Doors open at 7. It's at the Airport Tavern. Link in the comments below for the event. Also go to our Facebook page. Um, and yeah,
Yeah, I'll vouch. I love them.
yeah,
Yep.
for
Been
real.
following them for a while.
Yes, yes. And you had a shout out too, though, right, Cassie?
My homegirl, Lauren Bislinghoff, and I feel so silly for not mentioning this last week because she had a show on Saturday um, over on North End and Pearl in her band Petrichor. But she's continuing to
Petrichor.
Petrichor. They're
Yeah,
continuing
that's
to
good.
perform kind of uh kick-ass girl alt rock, kind of with a little bit of an edge. They're actually looking for a bass player, So if you want to know more about that, contact us and contact me, because they're looking for a bass player. But she's gonna actually be on this podcast on June 12th.
Yep, June 12th, she'll be on this podcast. Lauren, what?
So love you, Lauren. I'm really sorry I missed that last week, but let's move forward and continue to promote your band and maybe help you find some musicians.
And do you have any shout outs?
I have nobody right now. Unfortunately, I have actually the whole Chehalis Adna community.
Okay,
They have
there you
been
go.
very, very supportive to me in the last week.
Oh, I love
There
it.
you go. See,
Yep.
that's a shout out
Yeah,
right there.
you
You
gotta
know?
love those girls.
Yes, that's a definite shout out because, you know, for us, when we're shouting out people, it's because we want to promote what they're doing. So anytime we have a guest on, yeah, shout that people out. Shout,
Shout
shout,
out.
let it on out. These are the words that I'm talking about. Come on.
I miss your singing, Amber.
I'm talking to you. Come on.
I knew you were gonna burst into one of two songs. Either that, the Shout by Tears for Fears, or Shout at the Devil by Motley Crue, and I wasn't sure which direction you were gonna go. So I'm just like, shit, I'm just gonna,
Out.
Well, you got it.
I feel you. I feel you. You did really get that.
Yeah, you did.
Really, you felt the vibe. Okay, so we're moving on to events and prior we'll remind you there are some events that we already talked about. Making shit with Cheryl on Tuesday. We'll drop the link in the comments below for you to go to the event June 3rd. Also, just check out her Creative Bell. She's amazing. Um, she puts on art for the community, and you can't go wrong with that. Um, Another thing, events is burlesque. Who doesn't love burlesque,
I don't
right?
know anybody.
Okay. So the Grit City Sirens
Yep, they're good.
are putting on a show next week on June 7th. We will put the link in our comments as well as on our other social medias. And they are doing Wham! Bam! I just wanted, I almost want to sing another song, and I don't know if the two of you would actually know this, but Wham! Bam! Shamalam!
Nope.
No? Okay.
I don't know that one either. I don't know what
Okay.
song is that.
Well,
Okay.
we gotta. It's off the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack
Ah.
number 2.
Oh, I watched that
That
movie too, and
explains
the
why I
music
don't
was
know.
great. But
Yeah.
yeah, I
You
don't listen to
know,
a whole lot of modern. I mean, I
Yeah.
listen to indie rock, but I don't like listen to like modern pop. Like I listen to indie rock and alternative rock that's modern, and I know there's a crossover with pop. But like modern pop, somebody will turn something on and I'll be like, "What is this?" And then
yeah. It's like we got a wham, bam, jam a lemon, a sha la 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 thing going on.
oh, I'll have to look that up.
Maybe.
Maybe, maybe.
You'll see if you watch Guardians of
Sis.
the Galaxy. Anyway, I digress because this is a burlesque show that we're talking about. The name of the burlesque show is Wham Bam Burlesque Review. Grit City Sirens. They're going on at 7 and it's in the Spanish Ballroom next Saturday on June 7th. Check it out. I'm going to be there and I'm going to admit I'm going to look good.
Nice.
I'm even putting on some fake eyelashes.
Ah,
I mean, like
Gotta do
I'm
it.
not I'm not LA pretty, but I'm Lakewood pretty.
Well,
hey, don't down on yourself. Pretty is pretty, and it is what it is. So
right.
For real. I mean,
Exactly.
I
step
feel
up to
that,
it.
but
Step up to it, Amber.
step Step your game up. Okay, all right.
While she's there, I know I did this last week, but I'm gonna be in Bremerton across the bridge. Because I didn't realize these were gonna be on the
Yeah.
same day, so I'm just like sad, but we'll see what we can figure out here. Um, I'm gonna be across the bridge in Bremerton, for Gentlemen of Leisure, the Circle Twerks, and Lung Duster. And Lung
Yeah.
Duster is from Tacoma slash Lakewood. Punk and hard rock, a little bit of metal mixed in.
Hmm.
Doesn't help that the um lead singer happens to be somebody that um, is a good friend of mine, and she is a vocal coach and a piano teacher. So, just
Yeah,
putting that out there, they're going to be there playing their music along with some other
definitely.
like punk bands
Hmm.
in good old Bremerton at the Minette Saloon.
Bremerton.
Yeah, I love that.
I mean, it's not Bellingham, so
No,
I mean, it's not as far of a drive. It's only Highway 16, not
right.
I-5, like
45 minutes from Pierce
few
proper
hours versus
versus versus
because
2
some
hours
people
and a
get that mixed up. Some people get
Yeah.
Bellingham and Bremerton mixed
Yeah,
up.
and it's a
So
oh,
nice
that's so
drive
funny.
out. Yeah, it's
yeah.
really nice.
Yeah.
No, it's good. Shout out Lung Duster for putting themselves out there that far,
Yeah.
It's I love that.
Yeah.
I
I'll come
love
back
it.
and meet you afterwards, wherever you end up.
I don't even know where I'm gonna end up.
Okay. Well, we'll figure it out then.
What day is that again?
Saturday, the 7th of June.
Well, I mean, I am going to the burlesque show, so
Yeah, you are.
you're going to that show. I'm going to the burlesque show. We meet in the middle for our review.
We'll intersect,
Ooh, I almost think we should go live that night.
right?
Like, even if it's just on our Facebook. Okay,
Okay.
anyway,
Okay.
we digress.
Yeah, okay.
The other event that we want to talk about is Barry Levington is going to be at the Airport Tavern. And before that, he's going to be in Seattle. But hey, Tacoma? What?
Right?
Like at the Airport Tavern. If you don't know who Barry Levington is, I suggest you look him up on YouTube right the frick now because that man is amazing. Um, he did Under My Slang Tang, um, black roses in my
I'm gonna
garden.
have to look that up.
Black roses in my garden. So yeah, he'll be there. Uh, I think the doors open at 6. But again, link below in the comments. So check that out. Farmers markets. Cassie, do you want to talk about the Stilicum when it's opening? It's coming up.
It is. I do believe it's opening up mid-June, right around solstice, the first Tuesday. So wait, what's that? The first Tuesday.
June 3rd.
June. Okay. Oh, okay. So it's before solstice.
Yep.
June 3rd, it opens up every Tuesday.
Yeah.
Produce, all kinds of different little small businesses that sell everything from like homemade um hygienic products and things along that line, and not medical
Okay.
products, but like homemade like candles and things like that, to liquor, to
Yeah. I
produce, to
love that.
meats.
I love
um
I
farmers
do too.
markets.
there's a little mead place that I go to every not every time, but that I go to
Honey
because
wine if you're
honey wine.
interested.
Yeah, honey wine.
Oh yeah, Amber Dinner Mead. That's
Oh
right.
yeah, baby.
Forgot
I
about
like
that.
dry mead better
Yeah.
than the sweet mead.
Forgot about that.
But just
Yeah.
like, and then, regardless, you get to kind of walk down the way and just have these like really genuine conversations with people. There is one guy that was making and selling his own hot sauces, and we use some of his forever.
So
Because
good.
I don't know about you, but I like my food spicy.
I
I
like it
go
spicy, baby.
I go spicy. Like everyone's like, what is going on? I order 5 stars at a lot of Indian and Thai places. I put extra red peppers on things. I'm just
You do. You're a spicy
it's a
girl.
thing that I do. And
You're
so
a
this guy
spicy girl.
was making this like brand or like this Don't Fear the Reaper hot sauce. and it
Ooh,
was
shut the front door on
I would be scared.
I took a small sip,
just a little.
and like he's like, try this, and I'm like, he's kind of daring me, and I'm like, I took it. I'm like, yeah,
And
and
because I know you and your spices. I have seen you, and it's crazy to say this, but like she will go bright red. But
but I loved it.
she
And, you
still
know,
loves it. Like you could tell she's enjoying it. Like she'll still be like it's nothing. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm
What?
like sitting here sweating. She's only turning red. Like what?
I'm like, yeah, that rocks, and he's like, wow, you like it, and you're not. I'm like, yeah, yeah, I love it. Give me. I'm gonna buy a bottle.
Give it to me.
Yeah.
The other farmers markets that we are going to highlight this week are Proctor and the Rustin, which are both open. One opens at 9, one opens at 10. Check our website again on Facebook, and you will see all the events posted um, to let you know all the events going on in Tacoma. Hence the reason why we are Tacoma Rendezvous B.
Right.
Also, another thing that we like to highlight right now is our community hero. Our community hero is Criminal Sage. Check him out on Instagram. Literally, all you have to do is search Criminal Sage and he will come up. He is an artist that takes Tacoma landscape and makes it his art. So whether it
Yeah,
be like this
that's cool.
newspaper clipping or a magazine clipping or something that he has taken and manipulated, he is amazing. Go check him out. The link will be in the comments below. And
Mhm.
that moves us into the interview segment. Oh yeah. So, Tina,
Yes, Amber.
I think it's time for you to tell us all about what inspired you to be um a yoga instructor. God damn it, cat. What
Here,
inspired
baby.
Oh, oh.
Hey,
Stand up.
buddy.
There we go. There we have a little friend.
He's a little star.
This is our cat Ezra, and this is
Ezra.
Amber. And bred him with her cat.
Bread. Bread is crazy, Kathy.
Correctly. There were a few degrees of separation there, but um, her cat and another cat had some fun, and out came several kittens, including
Several kittens. He was the third litter.
including Ezra.
He's beautiful.
And I,
He is.
yeah, Ezra, and he is a wonderful brother to my other cat Luna, and he is just wonderful, and he is my
I love him.
precious little boy, and I love him. So that is
Yeah,
our
I
little
love him too, but it's time for you to gap.
Sit on my lap.
All
There we
right.
go.
Well, you know.
And he'll get tired of me. There we go.
Yeah, he loves being petted though, so
I can
he
also
might
hold him.
it might be a while before he
Oh,
gets
he's
tired.
okay for a sec.
I can also. I'm
Let's
also
continue. We will continue.
So again, like I was saying, like what exactly what is your story? Like how did you get from where I knew you? Mind you, I knew her in middle school.
Yep.
She knew me since I was a child because again, I knew the Cottonwood Cut-Ups, Joel Hill, Jesse Hill.
Yep.
Um
And you were in the Joel Hill era, which was a little bit
mm.
sometimes challenging. So I'm not sure what I was like back then. I think I blocked it out.
Honestly, you were really a gem.
Aw, thanks,
You
Amber.
really were.
Thanks.
You were very inspiring.
Thank you. Thank
Yes.
you. I know I always had a lot of projects going on.
You did,
Kind of,
but you
yeah.
always kept it together. Like I never saw your house messy at all.
That's all I had to do. But yeah, thank you. That's a nice compliment. Yeah.
No, it's true though. Like you walk into some people's places and you know like where their head is at by the house they keep.
That's nice. Either that or they're control freak.
True that.
Yeah. So
Shout out
finally,
Monica Geller.
so yeah. So how did I get here? Well, I had a very traumatic health experience.
Mhm.
I had a very rare form of cancer, which is
Yes, I
appendix
remember
cancer.
that. Yeah, I remember that.
This is
Yeah.
actually something we have in common, but please continue.
Yes. So
Shut
I,
up. 6 degrees of Tacoma,
yes,
people.
right. So at age 48, I had a very major health issue
Right.
where I was in the hospital for 6 weeks with just about every complication you can have. And I had a lot of organs removed. And
Hmm.
I had a total hysterectomy and a lot of other things, part of the colon removed,
Hmm.
and everything went downhill from there. So I
Yeah, I
I
remember.
was very, as you can see, I don't have a lot of extra meat on me, and the average weight with the surgery that I had, which is called HIPEC, if anyone wants to look it up,
High pack, everybody.
HIPEC, heated intraperitoneal chemotherapy.
Okay.
Terrible. But anyway,
Terrible
if
is
you look it up, it's called the mother of all surgeries on the internet. It
Okay.
really is.
shit.
So I had
Dang.
that, and that was very traumatic for me. I'd been very healthy, and I just never saw anything like that coming, honestly.
Damn.
So I get out of the hospital and I come home, and I'm 97 pounds and
Goodness.
a complete shell of who I went into the hospital as. So there it began, rehabbing out of that. And
Mm,
it was just a really hard mental hit and a really hard physical hit. And not a lot of people can really understand that kind of thing unless they've been through it.
right.
So you kind of feel like you're alone in the process a little bit, even though I have a wonderful husband who totally took care of me, didn't even leave the hospital for 6 weeks. And we were in Spokane.
Oh, I already know. I remember it because
Yeah.
Rowan had broken her leg and we were at the fundraiser.
Oh, yes. And we had a cancer fundraiser for a young
Yes.
person.
Yeah.
And I was supposed to be back, but I wasn't.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was
Uh-huh.
a thing. But anyway,
Yeah. No, he never left you.
he never left. So it
That
was
man is a good man.
he is a good man. Yes. And
Shout
he
out
should have been.
Darren. Shout out Darren
Yeah, Darren,
Gilstrap.
you rock, Darren. But anyway, seriously, he should have been a nurse. He really should have been. He was great. But so
He
anyway,
seems very patient of a person at times. Okay. All
he
right.
was during, yes,
Okay.
especially when I needed.
Well,
Yes.
when you needed him the
Especially,
most.
yep, when I
Ladies,
mhm.
when you need a man the most, that's when he needs to show up the most.
Yes, that's right. And mine did. Thank God. But so
For real. Thank
I
God
get
for that.
home and I'm trying to figure out my life, and I was off work, and I leaned into kind of alternative medicine.
Okay.
So I was doing acupuncture and Reiki, and took up yoga.
Okay.
So
Did
that's
you ever dabble in the naturopath as well?
I do love having a naturopath. So
Okay.
I have always
Okay.
had a naturopath. And
I feel like that from you. I get that vibe.
oh yes, yes. So I mean, that's another episode. That's a whole
I
nother
mean,
episode.
hey, you can come back on the show. You don't have to be just a one timer.
So that's a whole nother subject. But yeah, that I'm pretty passionate about is just, natural medicine and things like that.
Okay.
Hence the yoga. So I decided to start doing yoga, and I did it on my own, and I did it through videos online, and
So
I
you
just kind
learn
of
on your own.
learned on my own, and I did a few classes here and there, but I didn't have any confidence to go anywhere, like to a studio or anything like that. I was bald,
Right.
and all my hair fell out, not from the chemo, from a stress reaction from my body.
Yeah.
And
No, exactly.
it's just it's another world. And honestly, it was a really positive experience looking back. And I'm really glad that I went through that
I
because
must
it
admit, your hair looks amazing
oh,
right
thank you. I never dyed it.
now.
I never dyed it after that. I used to be blonde. until it all fell
Yes,
out. And then I just
exactly.
said,
Okay.
screw it, screw it. It's not worth it.
Right.
So it just, when you go through something like that, it changes your perspective. So I started
I
doing
love that.
yoga and really getting into the natural medicine and alternative medicine and things like that. And it really helped me. So I decided I'm going to continue on this path personally. And then about 2.5 years ago, I decided that I was going to become a yoga instructor. So I got my certification
I love that for
right
you.
before
Yes.
my 60th birthday. So it's never too late.
Nope.
Never too late to fulfill your dreams. Ba, 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 ba.
That's right. Yeah. And so my goal with our farm, Sweetgrass and Sage,
Yeah.
Alpaca and Wellness
Sweet
Farm.
Oh, I love
grass
that.
and sage. I repeat, sweet grass and sage. It'll be in the comments below.
Yep. So our farm is all about these alpacas, which are amazing creatures. They are very calming and therapeutic.
Hmm.
They're docile, they're sweet, and they hum.
Oh,
So what made you choose the alpacas? Because I mean, obviously, you just told me the why of why you wanted to start some kind of farm like that. But
Yeah, so we moved out to Chehalis. We had a barn sitting there, and we're just having coffee one morning, and Darren says, "Well, what about goat yoga?" I'm like,
goat yoga
I don't
is a
know.
thing.
right?
It is a thing.
Have goats crawling over you. It kind of maybe isn't yoga anymore, but I'm not sure. So goats are not for us. So I randomly just said, "Well, do you remember seeing those alpacas? They were pretty cute." So the next day we went and visited a farm, and she has a herd of 80. And so we
Goodness.
went out into the middle
80.
of this 80 herd,
Okay.
80 head of alpacas.
That's
And they
insane.
came up all directions. We were in the middle, and they're just humming a chorus of hums.
Oh, wow.
And it was such
I
a
don't think I've
cool,
ever heard alpacas hum.
you must come see us.
Yeah.
Check them out.
They hum, they're sweet. Anyway, so we just looked at
I
each other and we
definitely.
just said, "We're sold. We'll take two." And that's how we got into it. The
Okay.
alpaca part.
Okay.
But the whole concept of our farm kind of morphed into therapy for people
Hmm.
with anxiety, sitting with
Hmm.
the animals, and yoga and wellness. So we have a forest area that we have trails through, and we're in the process of putting meditation platforms out there,
I love
yoga
that.
platforms in the forest. And
Yes.
it's a really great place for families to
Okay.
come.
Cool.
And we have a lot of kid activities for
So,
the
so,
forests. And
so it's almost like a campground as well.
well, it could be. We're thinking
Okay.
about
So you're.
actually adding hip camp. So that might be kind of fun, having
Okay. Okay.
tent platforms out there. And it's actually an event space too, because the yoga studio can be used for events as well.
I love that. I think that's so amazing. And I don't know why you don't think that's a big risk because that's a big risk.
Is it?
Yes, I'm going to be real with you. I am a big dreamer. I dream big. There's a part of me that wants to open up like a nonprofit or whatever, eventually, um, through our platform, actually. Um, but I digress. The reason why I'm saying this to you is because that's amazing. Like, not a lot of people take those risks anymore. That's why you don't find people like Einstein and Dr. Martin Luther King
Hmm.
who took those risks to put their shit out there.
Yeah,
You know what
it's
I'm saying? So it's
we
like
do. Yeah.
kudos to you in any kind of risk because like I said, I would love to have gone to New York and take that risk that I wanted to take. I had this idea. This space was amazing. It was like
It's
historical.
never too late,
It
Amber.
was historical. It's in the Catskills. Um, and it was like 120 acres.
Wow.
And it wasn't that much money either. But it was like I couldn't, I wound up not being able to get it, but I did inquire, trust.
Yeah.
But I wanted it to be an event space and a historical place where people could go and explore it, like, you know.
Yeah, that would be really
So
cool.
I think it would have been great. But I think it's great when you take risks, is what I'm saying. I guess
Yes.
that's my point.
And I have to say that I am the risk averse person in my marriage. So Darren, my husband,
Oh no, he
is
encourages you.
way out there on the risk scale. Like
Yeah.
he'll jump off a bridge and he knows it's going to be fine. And I'm sitting there like
Like, is it
I'm
gonna
not
be fine?
I'm not doing it. And so
Is it okay?
I'm always the one with the brakes on and
Did you break a leg?
yeah, and he's always the one pressing the gas. So we're a good team that way.
Okay, gas
Um
brake dip.
Pumping the brakes,
yeah,
So
gas.
yeah,
you're the brake, he's the okay, so he's the gas, you're the brake, and together you're the dip.
right.
Gas
Together
brake,
we're the
dip,
middle
and
ground. Yeah.
what's the scrape? The wrist. Oh, the wrist.
But also, you
So
only live once.
you
And
do.
you
No, you
really,
only remember living once.
right. You only got one chance at this life. So why not? What's the worst that can happen?
I
That you
concur.
tried and it didn't work out? Okay, you tried.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, how many people fail at something and keep on doing that one thing?
Yeah,
Denzel Washington is one of those people. He really kept trying. Um he tried out for a musical and he didn't succeed. 30 years later and the motherfucker succeeded at
right.
it.
There
You
you
know what I'm
go. There
saying?
you go.
So it's like Denzel Washington is like actually an inspiration for me. Um, check out his video, Fall Forward, graduation. Check it out.
Hmm.
But that's how I feel like that energy from you. It's like you're willing to take that risk because of your significant other.
Yep. And I also
You
realize,
get that inspiration from him.
yeah, and I also realize having almost not been here anymore, like because of my health problems that I had. I mean, there was times when I was in that hospital bed going, well, I guess this is it. I'm done. It's all done. And when you come out of something like that, you realize,
Mhm.
why not? You just
Yeah,
don't take this
you
up.
already looked death in the face and laughed and survived and said, "You know what? Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
And
going to take that risk now."
and happiness matters, really, it does. And health, mental health, and just being really true to yourself really,
Right.
really, really matters.
I would agree.
They say actually that the better your environment that you're in is better for your soul because it starts like not wanting to do the things that it used to do to like as a coping
Yeah,
mechanism
right.
in that sense.
Hmm.
So you came out stronger for that.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
I
and
did.
like a lot of people could have said, "Fuck cancer, I'm dying," or like this is weird and rare and I'm done. But you didn't. You
Yeah.
came out the other side. And this is what I talk about. There is so many different um definitions for the other side, but that is your explanation, your story is coming out the other side.
Yeah, I think so.
And I
Thanks,
think that's
Amber.
so fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
It's really important, I think, to just always kind of evaluate rather than
It strengthens you a bit.
yes, it strengthens
Yeah,
you.
exactly.
It strengthens you and just makes you really reevaluate whether or not you're going to be angry at the barista because she didn't quite get it right. I mean, it's just not worth the energy. So
Well,
when you
yeah.
realize you want to put your energy into something healthy, something
Yeah.
helpful for other people, something that makes a difference for someone.
So that's
Um,
what you're trying to say is like your farm, you're wanting to expand that to a center of wellness
Just
for
yeah,
others.
yeah, wellness.
I agree with you. I think that what you would do is amazing. Like you're talking about you haven't exactly opened yet.
No, well, we are open for business,
Open for
soft.
business.
We have a website and we book farm tours.
Comments in the link below
Yep, and we
or link in
also
the comments below.
we also do,
I
yoga.
understand.
And like I had a group of 8 moms from Everett come, and they
Yeah.
were in town for their daughter's volleyball, so they wanted
Cool.
something cool to do. So
So
they
you could like
contacted
do
me,
some retreats.
and
I
and
mean,
they
I
said,
can
"Can we do?"
come up. I could be the motivational speaker.
Oh, there you go. So they came and they actually purchased yoga, 45 minutes of yoga, and a alpaca visit
I
combo.
love that because I think that with yoga you're grounded. You're doing that body work.
Mm-hmm.
But the alpacas, there's some I'm gonna be real. I know maybe this sounds like weird, but I'm an awkward weird person, so I'm gonna say some stuff. Um, there's something about touching something soft and furry. I'm gonna be real, like
And that's right. So, and alpaca fiber is about as soft as you're going to get unless you're touching bunnies. But
I love
their fiber is so luxurious and
yeah.
so soft and so just perfect in
It's
every way.
almost like it puts the icing on the cake for you.
It does. And people
Yeah,
do come and they bury their hands in that fiber.
Oh, I love that.
And they kind of smell the animal, and
Mhm.
then we educate them about the animal and what we're doing with them,
Yeah.
and
exactly.
where they came from and all that. Because there's a lot about alpacas that people just don't know, because who people visited alpacas
I
before?
mean,
Not many.
most people think that alpacas are like what are the other llamas? They
Llamas,
spit.
yeah,
They spit when they're mad.
and they
So
do they spit at each other when they get mad at each other, but they don't spit out people unless they're super threatened.
Okay.
they might feel threatened.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Then
You might have
they'll
to come
spit,
at
but
them sideways.
yeah, but you're not going to just
Maybe
walk
with
up
a
to,
knife or
right.
like
Generally, you're not going to walk up to an alpaca and say hello and it's spit in your face. No, that's a
that
llama.
might be I was gonna say that might be a llama,
That's a llama.
especially llamas are Italian. Like
Rude, rude, rude.
Yeah, yeah.
yes, because Cassie, you are Italian, so you know, like if I want to feel a person out or like get their vibe, I ask Cassie because Cassie is Italian and like she fucking will tell me and she will tell them. She ain't afraid to tell the world
Nice, nice.
that they an asshole.
Yeah, perfect.
so so
That's
yes,
not a
I
lie.
feel
That's
like
not a lie.
I feel like llamas are like Italians.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
They're
llamas are
gonna
another
tell you.
story. Yeah, llamas, I don't think, well, I mean, there are very sweet llamas too, but mostly they're not as sweet as alpacas.
Okay, give
Yeah.
us three facts that you love about alpacas.
Alpacas. You can use the fiber for beautiful things.
Okay.
You don't have to waste your fiber. We just had shearing day on Tuesday. And the joy of watching them walk in there, they look huge. Their fiber is 5 inches long
Oh, right.
all the way
Okay.
around. So they get
Yeah.
shorn and they shrink down to little teeny necks and little teeny legs.
Like
Yep. And big bobbly heads. And they are about as adorable as it gets. But the fiber is so luxurious. We make a lot of things out of the fiber.
what do you think about like making a yoga rug out of the alpaca?
Well, if I was an artisan, maybe, but I'm not.
I
So
mean, I mean,
I think it'd be pretty cool.
let's be real. We are trying to get artists. Maybe we can get a collab
Send
going.
them my way
So,
because, yeah.
carpet makers that might want to do a yoga mat, or not llama, alpaca style. Talk
That's a
to us.
great idea.
Talk to us.
Yep.
Tacoma rendezvous.
Yeah, yeah. So their fiber, I love their fiber. I love their temperament, and I love how relaxing they are for when you're stressed out. Because I
Yeah.
can go in that barn or I can go out in the middle of the field and sit, and they'll come in and
Okay.
they'll lay down. That's called pushing. When they
Fishing.
fold their legs up and lay right
Oh,
down, they fold like a camel.
okay.
They
Cushing.
they lay
You
down.
know, like a cat, they're bred.
Yeah.
They're they're loafing.
Yeah, yeah. So you can sit with them and
Alpacas are Cushing.
yeah, and
I
yeah,
love that
and
so much.
yeah, and you can just sit there with
For
them and they
real.
just hum and they're very, very calming. I love that about them. Um,
Okay.
I also, let's see, that was two. Was that two?
Yep, that's two.
Three things I love. So it's I love their fiber and I love their temperament and how they calm people. And I love the fact that they're just not threatening. They're not going to attack you. They're not going to hurt you. They're just not.
Yeah.
Like, if you came up on them, like, I'm gonna get you. Do you
Then
think
they'd
that?
probably turn around and probably try to protect themselves by by kicking you. So
Okay,
they will
so they
kick.
do have a protective
They do, but
side to
if
them.
they're surprised or
Okay.
threatened.
Okay.
But if you're not threatening them and you're just being with them, they're
I
safe.
love that.
They're
That's
safe.
fabulous.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, and honestly, there was like a post that I think I think you did this. There was a post that you posted about going to an alpaca convention.
Yes.
Something along those lines. I know I'm my
Yeah.
wording's wrong, but yeah,
Yeah.
you went to an alpaca convention.
Well, we've gone to shows. So
Okay. Oh, okay. So it's not a convention.
well, we have
It's a
gone to
show.
conventions as well, but so
So what
my
does this
side of the
involve?
business is more of the therapy animal, the therapy yoga, the meditation, things like that.
Okay.
Darren's side of the business is actually an alpaca breeder. So he is
Okay.
actually purchasing animals to breed um for really great, to make the fiber better and for them to show better at shows to
Sure.
improve the species. Let's just say
Oh, okay.
that. And
Okay.
so,
He's not like bumping it up in any like hormonal way,
oh
but
no, it's kind of like you're a mad scientist. So you've got an alpaca over here that's super fine fiber, but it's not curly enough. Then you've got this one that's super curly, but not
mm,
the fine. You can
um
improve the fiber by doing that
what's
mad
what's
scientist thing.
what's that um the guy who did the genetics not oh, it starts with an M. Anyway, that guy, Mendelin Mendelis.
I wouldn't know if you said it.
You know, I'm not sure either. I'm like trying to figure
I
out where you're coming
We
from,
are
but
not stupid. We are going to find this out. But in the meantime, that geneticist who talked about peas, like he crossbred the peas
Hmm.
and then he
To get them.
realized that like the
Yeah.
dominant recessive.
Yep. Yep.
So that's where he really knows like
Yeah.
so
So,
he's got an eye for
well,
alpacas.
he is learning a lot. He's got a very type A personality where
Well,
when
why
he,
didn't he come on our podcast too?
that's another episode.
Okay, we're gonna have an episode 2 with Darren.
Just a warning. That stuff can get a little bit
It's a
boring.
little boring,
Yeah.
but
It's the
if
scientific stuff.
okay, that's when we
at least
visit.
like
No,
sometimes the
that's
science
when
of
we
it.
come visit.
Yeah.
Okay, so this was leading into us coming to your
Yeah.
farm
Well, check it out.
Yeah.
so we can get a tour.
Yeah.
We can experience the yoga because
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I love yoga.
Me too. Yeah, I
And
absolutely love
so
it. Yeah.
it
Yeah.
would be something really to experience and then going and seeing the alpacas. I think you have something so beautiful. That is such a beautiful
Absolutely.
thing. And
Thank
like
you.
I
Yeah.
I do too.
definitely
I
want to
do
shout
too.
this out.
Thank you. I do too.
Yes.
I love what's happening at the
Sweet
farm.
grass and sage,
Yeah.
baby.
And
Yes.
it's just kind of falling into place very beautifully. Just perfectly actually. I I posted on the local Facebook out there that I'm teaching four classes a beginner
Okay.
series for
Okay.
free, and I wanted complete beginners.
I love that.
Yeah,
Okay.
and so I've got it filled up in less than 24 hours.
Oh, that's excellent.
And so everybody, I got these emails and I have a wait list now for that.
Yeah.
Of course, it's free, but it's actually for complete beginners.
Okay.
So these are the people that don't want to go to a studio, and I get that. I've been
And
there
they
too.
don't want to be seen in that judgy way.
Judgy way. They just want to come, they want to be super casual and get a nice little introduction to the benefits of yoga,
Right.
whether they can bend or not, because that's
Okay.
not what yoga is about. Yoga is more about the internal. So it's your connection. You use your breath to connect to your body awareness
Mm-hmm.
and how your body feels, and more so than what does the pose look like. So that's really what I'm pushing there. It's a different twist rather
Mm-hmm.
than
I
going
love
to a
that.
yoga studio down the street,
I
which
love that.
they're great, and they have a great place in what they do, and they're good at what they do. But I just noticed that this was missing in the yoga area.
I mean, because a lot of beginners are afraid to try
Yeah,
what they don't know,
right, I
you
had
know?
one mom say, I, I've got some kids that are, special needs, and I have some health issues, and I, I just need help. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, you're in the right place, girl. Come on down. I'll help you out. Can you breathe? She says, yeah, I can breathe. Okay, you can do yoga.
Right.
That's
And I mean, it is um something that I learned uh when I first went back to college. Um Gosh, I wish I remembered her name, my yoga instructor, but TCC, shout out TCC, Tacoma Community College, um, for putting me on yoga actually, because they were like, well, in order to graduate, you need something physical. And I was like, well, is this high school all over again? I mean, shit.
Oh, no, same. I mean,
It's like,
I got my bachelor's at UPS, University of Puget Sound, and I also needed the physical
yeah, it's like,
factor.
what?
So, yeah. Yeah, you do everywhere.
Cereal.
Yep.
I'm glad they
Yeah.
offer yoga. That's
But
amazing.
exactly. Damn. I yawn, y'all. I'm not trying to yawn. That's not what it's about. Um, but no, yoga is a great experience. It helped me channel and learn how to actually meditate,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm gonna be real, meditation is a whole nother thing. It is it is definitely related to yoga, but it is a whole nother ballpark. And that yoga instructor really put an emphasis on meditation close to the end.
Yeah.
So it was like guided meditation. So
Yes.
she was like, you don't have to be a certain way to get um m- full meditation, like
No, it's
you
not that.
clearing your mind.
No.
People, you don't have to clear your mind to meditate. I
Yeah.
swear that you are going to actually think of other things while you're meditating. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter. It's gonna
Right.
happen.
Yeah.
Meditation is about coming into that thought process.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
sure UPS has something similar now to
Um,
clarify. Yeah, I didn't take yoga at UPS. Oh, and of course my phone's going to go off in the middle of our interview. So
Turn your phone off, Kathy, wait.
really, it fell on the floor. Well, I was expecting
It's
that call.
okay.
All right. Anywho's.
It's okay.
All right, we fixed it.
But I get what you're saying, like, but for me, that really solidified yoga for me was the meditation part,
Mm-hmm.
because it was the calm down from the yoga, because you are in some pretty intense, like, if you're not a beginner, you're in some pretty intense modes
Yeah.
and positions. And beginners, I think it is a way for you to ground yourself. I love
Yes,
that.
it
I
is.
love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. definitely. And the yoga style that I like to teach is more of a meditative movement. So,
Okay.
a lot of the practice is with eyes closed, and you're just
Oh,
feeling the sensations in your body. And it's
okay.
not about attaining a certain pose, it's about the journey toward that pose, most likely for the general public.
I love that.
Yeah. So that's what we're doing. And I'm really excited because I just got my first
We should
4 week
book an appointment while we're down there.
yoga
I think so too.
series.
I would
I
agree.
love this.
Oh yeah.
Yoga series all filled up.
I
I'm
love
super
that. So,
excited.
so I know you're really you're saying you're focused on beginners, but do you have like a medium or a harder class
I will
that
eventually.
people, like
Yep.
Rock Band, like they have that it's easy, it's
Yeah.
the hard, like the video games.
Yeah. And
We
I
got
think
you.
and I think the challenge is that everybody is different
Yep.
Yeah.
and everybody can do this or not, and or they have limitations or health issues. So
Yeah, no,
it's
it's true.
really important
Okay.
to lead a class that is rewarding for the experienced yoga person who's
Okay.
already been through whatever, and they know what they're
They know
doing,
how.
and they're in a class with somebody that's a beginner. So that's a challenge, but
So
it can be done.
you want that to happen eventually.
I do,
Okay.
but I am also going to add teachers and
Okay.
add more classes that I teach. But I still work full time, and I'm not
Shoot.
retiring until August. So
My mom's retiring in June.
I
So
can't
she's
wait.
retiring next month. You're retiring in
August,
August.
yes. And
Shut
so
up.
that was part of the plan
Um,
because I didn't want to just do nothing after I retired. And so that's part of the plan of
I
being a
sense a
yoga
collaboration with the
instructor
mamas.
and
That could be
getting
fun.
that going. But yeah.
I
Yeah.
love that
Yeah.
because being an instructor might look a little different than what most people are used to if you're in that kind of setting.
Right.
And so I think that you are innovative in that era, you know, because using those techniques and ensuring that hey, you're gonna see some alpacas. You're
Right.
gonna get some love with the
Right.
fur
Right.
So and knowing that they're not um
Scary.
scary,
Right.
exactly. They're not gonna spit in your face.
Right. Right. You
Um
still get people that
I
are
love
scared
that.
no matter what.
So
Yeah.
definitely looking forward to coming out there
You should come
actually.
out. We are
We
having an open
definitely
house.
okay,
Our
open
open
house.
house is,
Open house, guys.
yeah, June 28th.
June
Okay.
28th
June
is my
28th.
daughter's birthday, so
Oh
we
wow.
will definitely remember. We are coming. Oh, we're definitely.
June 28th,
Oh shit, the front
from
door.
10 to 3. And
10
Okay.
it's
to
really
3.
just to open up and you can see the facility, and or it's not really a facility, it's a farm.
Right.
It's a small farm. And that's another thing. The studio's intimate. So it can only max out at, I think, 8. So
Okay.
it's a small group always. You're not going to be the cattle call
Mhm.
in the gym.
Okay.
That kind of
Okay.
thing. That's not what it's
Are
about.
you eventually gonna try and do outside yoga as
Yep.
well? But you just want to like intimate right now.
Yeah,
So
outside in
just
the summer,
small.
and then the studio, I like max 8 in there.
I love that
Um,
because it gives
yeah,
you a chance to like get to know the people that
right,
are taking the
right.
classes with you.
And that's part of it. Part of it is building a community where people feel safe. It's a safe place to come and be in your body,
I
whatever your
love
body
that.
is, and
Oh,
not feel weird.
I love that
I mean,
because I mean, how many times have we gone to a gym or a yoga studio or wherever
Right.
in the public eye and be judged for the way we look or how awkward we are because we're beginners or how good we are
yeah.
because we're advanced and they're like, "Oh, do you see that girl? She looks like she knows what she's doing. Oh my God."
Yeah.
Like I can't believe she actually knows the moves. Like who knows the dog pose and
Or you're doing it wrong.
the
But really, there
exactly.
isn't. There isn't
No
really.
judgment.
There's
I
no
love
Downward
that.
dog.
there's no
Sorry.
wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah,
downward
downward
dog, girl.
Yeah.
You know what you're target.
Yeah. I mean, there's basic safety, but
Right.
safety cues, but honestly, down dog is yours. It's whatever it is to you.
Yeah.
Right,
So,
right.
and when you can accept that, then you're getting somewhere.
All right.
Yeah.
10 to 3, June 28th is the you said a soft open?
Well, that's our open
Oh,
house.
That's their
So,
that's
that's
an
like the
open
real
house.
yeah,
kickoff.
we
Okay,
are
open
open right now for
house.
business.
They are
Yoga
open.
is kind of on the back burner. I'm doing some classes, but they're not really what they will be after August
Right.
Right.
because I still work my day job.
For real, for real.
Yeah.
Now, I noticed that you're wearing some swag. Sweetgrass and sage. All right. So, can we purchase these or are they
We have
close?
some hats at the moment.
Okay, so hats are on sale right now. Merch is going to be soon.
That's right. That's right. We do have a farm store and we have a lot of things in there, that are alpaca related and stuff like that.
I
So,
love that. You
yeah.
could be like, I'm alpaca ready.
Yeah, right. Right. We have a
I'm
great farm
sorry. I know.
store.
I just like.
We have a great farm store, actually. It's small, but there's a few little things in there
I love
that are
that.
cute and good for kids. And I have to say, I put a lot of effort into activities for the kids. So I really want them to get what they can out of it, rather than their parents just
It
go around
almost seems like you
working.
could spend a whole day there, like yoga, eventually
Playing with the
camping,
animals,
right?
just being part of nature.
Yeah,
Now,
Yeah.
yeah.
uh, before we head out, you had mentioned earlier about a community service for
Oh, yes, yes. So
children and elderly.
yes, we are in the process of contracting with the state to provide services for people that need respite care and also recreational opportunities for disabled people, like kids with autism, kids that need, special
That extra.
activities
Right.
that maybe their families are looking for something that's a little more low key or whatever. So we're really excited about that,
I
and we've
love
recently
that.
been approached for sending veterans our way with PTSD. So,
Okay.
and having the alpacas as a therapy for them too.
Oh my
So I'm
gosh.
super
You have
excited.
so much that you're gonna do with
Yeah.
just one idea.
Yeah.
You 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 took what, hey, let's do alpacas. And then boom. That's amazing. You are going to do alpaca therapy, yoga therapy, because I'm be real. I want to camp on your grounds as well because I'm a camper
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
a country girl, so I love all that shit. I'm from Tennessee, so you already know.
Yeah, we're working towards that. We're totally working towards that.
I'll
So,
be your guinea pig
yeah, yeah.
because I will bring the tent. I will bring like all the
Yes, yeah.
supplies and stuff.
Yeah,
It
we're
just,
actually going to have tent platforms. So it
ooh,
will
I
be
love
yeah.
that.
So
So
the
we won't have to like
yoga
sink into the ground, you mean?
the yoga platforms will double duty as tent platforms
Sure.
At the
for
front
camping. Yeah.
door. I
So
love that.
like I said, we've only been there 2.5 years.
And we've only
And
just
we are still,
begun.
it's whenever you do something, it's just a journey. So it's
It
just a
is.
build it, build on, build on. And so we're not completely finished. Maybe we never will be, but we're working towards it. So
So,
yeah.
so are you more of like feeling that it's a year to year um improvement, or are you just like day to day, like whatever pops into your head, you're like,
Well,
we're gonna do this, but I gotta figure it out first.
well, it's both. It's both. And Darren and I both, we are both full of ideas. We're both full of, we kind of struggle with other people's ideas sometimes.
Sure.
And, we want to be the leader. We're both leaders. And so that kind of is a little bit weird at
Get
times,
him.
but
He's coming back.
I surprise people. They're like, you don't have to be shy. I'm like, no, I'm not shy. You don't understand. I observe everything first before I
Right.
set my foot in.
Right.
But
Yes.
I am one of the strongest people, and you don't mess with me. I mean,
Yeah.
Don't
Right.
mess with me,
Right.
baby. Don't
Right.
mess with me.
I mean, no, don't get the wrong. I mean, I listen and I also observe and everything like that, and I keep an open mind and I admit to mistakes. But it's just like one of those things where they're like, oh, you don't need to like sit back. I'm like, I'm not sitting back. I'm watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Right.
and that's the thing is that's how you create your boundaries.
Exactly.
And so I love that idea, that aspect that you want to continuously grow with this farm.
Yeah.
And I'm very supportive. So don't forget to create a link for us
I will.
to
Okay.
put on our Facebook
Yep.
page.
And you can look
But
us up.
definitely we
Yep.
are going to put the events in our comments below. And we're gonna make sure that June 28th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. We'll put the address in there
Yep.
and
Come
people
on
can
out.
come on
Check
and
it
see
out.
Yeah.
you.
Yep.
I'm
I
excited.
love that.
Check it out.
I really do. Like there's a sense of pride in me that loves community. And I mean, there are so many people who are raunchy and wrong in this world, but there's so many people that are right and wonderful in this world. And that's what this platform is about, like showcasing what Tacoma
Yeah, I love that.
can do.
I really love that, Amber. You
And
guys are doing a great job on
and
this.
and you are from from Tacoma, correct? Like
Yeah.
the Lakewood,
Yep. Yep.
Tacoma.
That's where Lakes High School.
Right.
Yep.
Public.
Lakes High School right here in the heads out.
They still
No,
remember
mind you, Cassie is from somewhere else,
I am from somewhere else.
but
But I've lived the majority of my adult life here.
Minnesota.
So
But
Oh.
exactly,
I'm from
you
Wisconsin.
Oh,
chose
wow.
Tacoma.
I did.
Yeah,
I chose Tacoma.
yeah. So I
Nice.
mean, that's even
Nice.
that's
Yeah.
almost even better in my opinion because it's like when you come here, uh, there's a joke about it being the best kept secret and like don't tell everybody about Tacoma, man.
Right.
Everybody's gonna flock here, and then prices are gonna jack up, and then but
Yeah, I remember.
but hey,
Keep Tacoma weird.
prices jack up,
Right.
and then what we make jacks up. So
Yeah.
we could be New York by next week. So I mean,
Anything's possible, Amber. It's true. Just, you
I mean,
guys.
to try Tacoma, you'll like it.
Yeah. And I'm
we ain't we ain't weird like Portland or anything like that, but we are creative and we think outside the box. We're not on the map because of people saying things like keep it a secret. But I'm not keeping it a secret anymore.
no, no.
Too late. We out there.
Yep. Yeah. And it's good. It's good. This platform helps people understand what's really going on and,
Yeah.
the opportunities here. Because how
love
many
that.
times have you said, what am I going to do tonight? I have
Right.
nothing to do.
I don't know.
Mm.
Well, we know karaoke bars that are
Right.
open. We
And
know
Amber's singing there.
quiz. Shit,
I'll go if you're singing.
It's been a while. It's been a while, but that is actually for another episode before
Yeah.
we get monetized because we decided that you have to reach certain criteria before you get monetized. And so if that is the case, then we want to create like a karaoke night at a bar
Yeah.
where we like get wild and crazy
Yeah.
and
That's
Yes.
fun. Yeah.
have a, you know,
That sounds fun.
why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
But
Fun.
anything else that you want to share?
Well,
Because
not.
I mean, you gonna be on our apparently you gonna be on our show because you vibing.
Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm glad. Well, I want you guys to come out to the farm and
Yeah.
and do
Definitely.
Well, that's gonna happen.
do
That's
some
gonna happen.
recording out there
Definitely.
Yeah.
and just kind of, check it out for yourself and tell me what you think. That's one of the things I need to collect people's other people's ideas and what they think of it.
I love that.
So,
Are you gonna have like a suggestion box or is that too corny?
no, we have one. It's
I
already set
love
up.
that. See, I'm a suggestion box like corny kind of girl.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I love that too. So that's why we have one. And it's all ready, waiting for suggestions.
I love it. I love it. Well, we are going to get up out of here. Again, this is Tina Gilstrap, say Sweetgrass and Sage Farm Yoga Center. Check her out. June 28th. She's going to be opening 10 to 3 p.m. So we'll put that link in. We'll make sure that we share that event with you. And anything else you want to say, Cassie?
No, just stay weird.
Stay weird.
Yeah.
You 253 bitches.
Stay weird in the 253. Maybe semi-feared, not completely. We don't want to be.
But I do want to say thanks, you guys, for having me.
No, thank
Absolutely.
you.
Yeah.
No, it's so
Thanks a lot.
amazing. It
I
is.
appreciate it.
I really want to say I appreciate all that you're doing right now. It opens up a lot of opportunity for communities
It
because
does.
um environments matter.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Environments matter. It really does affect whether or not you do drugs.
It does. Yeah.
I know that sounds like fucking weird for me to
Right.
say, but
Yeah.
it
Okay.
really does. It's like this one guy I was watching, he was saying that you are a product of your environment. So
It's
it's
true.
like it literally is true.
Yeah.
So if you're bored or things aren't going your way and then things are super crappy or like taxes are really high or like crime's really high or something is going on in that community that's negative, you're going to be negative.
Hmm.
But and then you're going to find your coping mechanisms,
Right. Right. Exactly.
but if you were to be in an environment where it was like all happy town and like you got roller coaster rides and all
Hmm.
kinds of wonderful stuff, no crime, and it's like heaven on earth, less things are going to happen to you.
Yeah,
Right?
that's true. That's true. And also figuring out your coping mechanisms before you have the rocky water.
Oh,
The-
We
absolutely.
could talk about that all day.
like, yeah, like getting kids on board with,
I think we do need to like have that be another podcast.
Yeah.
That might be another idea is like
Yeah.
how our environment affects us.
Yeah.
We do digress. Thank you for watching. I hope that you like and subscribe to this video and always have a good one. And we love you, Tacoma and surrounding areas.
This
And
This
well,
concludes our broadcast day.
yep. You want to turn it off?
That's awesome.